Hello and welcome to Blockchain Gaming World with me, John Jordan. So you join me at a good point in the pre-alpha build of Guild of Guardians. So Guild of Guardians game been in development for quite a long time at Immutable, but the game has been pretty much rebooted in terms of the gameplay. Actually, as a new developer as well, or a co-developer studio. So we can think of this as a sort of new game. So I did actually play the original pre-alpha over a year ago, and this game is roughly the same sort of fantasy setting, but as a game totally different now. A squad-based squad-based RPG, sort of roguelike, sort of dungeon, sort of exploration and loot game. So it's sort of designed to be much. The previous game was more like an action RPG, so direct control. This is much more about the meta, about leveling up your characters, about collecting resources, about crafting gear, about sort of getting runes, which are sort of in some ways sort of temporary boost you get during that session. So basically, as with a lot of dungeon-based games, you're playing this game through until your characters are killed, and then you're sort of restarting again with all the gear you've got and leveling up and all that sort of stuff. So much more of it's not an idle game, but it's much more of that sort of idle mechanic. And I would say as well that is much higher sort of graphical quality and fidelity. I say this is just a closed alpha. Or pre-alpha, closed pre-alpha for some people in the community. So this is still, very, very early. No blockchain in it, and loads of other sort of systems that, as we'll sort of see, are a bit clunky is the wrong word. I think it's quite a high standard actually, but there's some things obviously will be improved. So nice thing we've got to go here. You can see I've got two characters. So I've been playing maybe about half an hour. Looks like I've got a summon. So obviously one of the points of Guild of Guardians is that you build out a squad. In all these squad RPGs, that's sort of one of the things is you have multiple, more characters than you can choose, and you sort of choose which ones you want, which one's your favourite, which ones you level up the most, which ones have certain skills. Let's do a summon. So it looks like what have we got? So I don't know who that is. That's more. That's not doesn't look like the other characters I've got. But that's the whole point. Is some of them are supposed to be humanoid, some of them will be monsters. So what's going on here in the forge? So these are some of these elements that I can sort of. Let me see, like a. You can see some of these are level 1. I level them up to level 2. I can't do level 2s and level 2s yet because I'm not that advanced. But these are. Not just leveled up my account there, but these are things that you can level up, and then you can do crafting. So I can craft here some normal chainmail. You see, whenever I do anything, I'm getting sort of XP as well. And this is one of these games where there's just lots of different resources, sort of character resources, materials, as we've just seen. Okay, so I've got Guardians here. So now you can see I've got one's on level 33, and it looks like I can now equip her with some of those new things that I've created. So she's powering up. And this one here, can I do anything with him? Why would it be him? I don't know. Why do anything with it? Not at the moment. Okay, so I've got 3 now. Obviously, well, not obviously. You start off with 1. So adventure stuff is, as I say, like an idle type game. So I'm still in the earliest sort of level. Energy system, so I'm going to select those. So that's sort of another gating system. There's a certain amount of energy. So here they come, and maybe I want to do a formation change here. So move. I don't know what this one does. I don't know if that's a melee character. Looks like a fire. We'll see. So that's our change, our formation change, and now it's just going to sort of play out. So he looks like he is a melee character. It looks like he's going to go and do the business there. So obviously this is the first battle. That's going to be really easy. And now I get these runes. So I choose the runes, and what should we get? Let's go for that one. And then I select the next room to go through. So in this case, they're both the same. But sometimes you get different sort of maybe a healing room or or a sort of forge room. So go to the party here. So you see as I've gone, so obviously now I have resources that I can level this character up, which is he's going to level up quite quickly now, hopefully. And I might want to change my formation and move him there, and then off we go. So we're going to go through multiple of these dungeons, and hopefully, I mean, at some point, I will sort of completed this this first sort of level. You can see it as. So let's choose that one. But as I go through, it's sort of broken up, so it's sort of quite nice that you can see here. So I can sort of, there's always things I can. Obviously, I don't have to level him up. I could just at this point it wouldn't really matter. So I can make those decisions if I want to make sure everything's at 100% optimized, or I can just let them go through. And if at some point the probably gonna characters can die and you can resurrect them and all this sort of stuff. So here's treasure. So I'm picking up stuff as I go along, and then I'm going to use that to level up. So you can see I've got different materials there. I can't do the forging stuff outside the sort of combat stream, but oh, I can actually do the forging stuff. I tell a lie. So let's just kind of fight on this one because this is very early stages still. Haven't got to any bosses yet. So now so there's sort of like almost like a mini game here that you're choosing which runes you want to go into. So here I could go in and go into treatment and heal my characters. At the moment they haven't really lost a lot of health, so if you look at them they're all pretty green, so I don't really need to do that. So let's just continue through. I think in the finished game there'll be 4. You can have up to 4 in a squad, as I say. But obviously you'll probably be owning many more than 4 characters. You can level up the characters obviously as well. So here Fortitude, I can once I've already got level 1 on that one. Let's do Onslaught. So you could sort of focus on certain elements or try and be balanced. Always those sort of risk reward optimizations. Now there's a boss, not really a very strong boss. So here party, I might want to level the Morax up, and I could go in and do some I don't think I can do that because I'm not a level 3 yet, but I can do some crafting here. So I could craft some regular armor, and I've leveled up, and I can probably now go in. Oh, no, I can't. Okay, that armor didn't help me very much, but that's fine. So off we go. So as I say, this is a what they're calling a pre-alpha build. So I think they've only been working on this game for really a couple of months. So they've got going really fast. I don't know how long they've got to go on this. There will be sort of more testing as the year goes on, but this is a game that won't be going live until 2024 because obviously they've pretty much rebooted it as a game. So I imagine they'll need at least a year, and as tends to happen with blockchain games, these things can be quite drawn out in terms of the amount of closed betas or closed alphas, then closed betas, then open betas. Then when the game actually goes live, that can be many many years down the road. But we can have many people playing the game in the meantime. So here we could go to the blacksmith and see if there's anything here we can probably go and buy. So this is, again, these are sort of temporary boosts, sort of consumables. So that this is only going to last for 2 battles, but it gives me a boost for 2 battles. I can't keep it when I buy it; it runs automatically. Let's keep leveling up the Morax because we're going to need that when we get to harder bosses. But anyway, I think we'll leave it there for the time being. Like I said, this playtest is only going on for a couple of days, so it is pretty limited. But there will be there'll be increasing number of playtests as time goes on. So anyway, I'm pretty impressed with this in terms of the polish and sort of the level that it is in. And personally, I sort of prefer this sort of game to the more sort of direct control action RPG that we had before. So I'm all for it. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. See you again soon.